Oh, welcome back to the channel delivery family. My name is Kevin and this is my lovely wife.
Leah.
And we are Why We Deliver.
Yes.
Is that no, that's our channel name, right?
Yeah, that's our
Yeah, that's right.
That's
okay.
our channel name.
Yeah. What we deliver for a living. So I guess that's appropriate.
We're just telling people why we deliver.
Oh, yes. Okay, got it. Okay.
And how we deliver, I guess, too.
All right. Well, anyway, we're continuing on with our top 5 conversations today. It's an interesting topic, especially for people who are just starting out on delivering during the gig economy. And that topic is what today, Leah?
The top 5 things we want to make sure we have with us.
Okay. Good topic.
Yeah.
A lot of common sense items. And so we want to just give you a heads up on the things that you need to pack with you. But before we do that, we have a fun little story about an interesting DoorDash that happened last night. It was really exciting. We saw a $53 DoorDash pop up on our phone, and we were like, let's go get it. And it was from PetSmart.
And it was only 5 items.
Only 5 items. 3.2 miles.
Yeah.
It's one of those rare big-time DoorDash offers that you just don't get very often. But then reality quickly sank in. Leah, what was the big item that they wanted us to try to deliver in our car?
So technically they had 2 big items.
2 big items.
One was a cat tree that was like $150, and I don't know if it was assembled or not, but it was huge. Second was the game changer or breaker for us. It was a 125-gallon fish tank with like the base and everything. And it was all attached together. It was probably like this tall, and
it was huge.
It was huge. There was no way. I messaged the people and I said, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to cancel because this item is not gonna fit in my car. I will let another dasher take it, but I'm not sure you're gonna find somebody who can fit this in their vehicle.
Okay.
I was honest with them. I'm like, that's not gonna happen.
Well, she went far and beyond what the time I wanted to waste with that, because if you're on DoorDash ordering this, that's not fair to a dasher who delivers food most of the time to say, hey, why don't you get a box truck, forklift, and come over here and get this for me, and I'll pay you $50 for your time and your back injury that it's going to take.
We were figuring that was like a $300 tip order.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. So that was our funny.
The item itself is originally like $1,000.
Yeah.
And so it's like, that's a big ask.
It's a big ask, and you should go get that yourself or rent a U-Haul or something.
See, I was thinking they didn't have the car or whatever, but yeah, they could have rented something.
So, then we watched another DoorDasher get the same order, walk in all excited, and then walk right back out the door.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not doing this.
Yeah. So that didn't happen. Okay, let's get on with our top 5. Personal items is number 5. Things that we want to keep with us, just so we make sure that we can stay warm and cozy during the winter, and maybe not too hot in the year-round summer in South Florida, right?
Yeah. So, what we really want to have with us in the car for personal items like water, snacks. We'll make sure you have your driver's license on you, not just a picture on your phone. Also, things that we keep for those types of things is like mints and gum, because you don't want to just be eating all the time. That's kind of pointless. And then make sure I have a book that I usually have with me. Or, we play on our phones a lot, games and things like that if we have downtime.
Yeah.
But yeah, just regular things that you can do to keep yourself busy rather than going and buying food.
Yeah,
that's kind of counterintuitive.
Good way to lose money is if you go and buy a bunch of stuff while you're out trying to make money. Number 4 is our weather gear. Basically, want to make sure in South Florida, there's times where big rain showers will come, and we had that happen yesterday, and we did not have the right gear, and we got really wet.
But also in South Florida, like the rain It lasted a little bit longer yesterday, but usually the rain, like, it goes for 20 minutes and it downpours and then it's done.
Yeah.
However, like back in Oregon, it can be like constant for days.
And days.
So you want to make sure you have an umbrella. I mean, I don't know how much you want to wear a poncho, but might be an option. And also, make sure you, like, we in Oregon, we always brought a sweatshirt with us, even if it was a nice day. It would always cool off at some point, things like that. I think at one point we started bringing a little bit of extra clothes with us because, again, I fell down and it was in someone's like muddy driveway, and so I was just dirty. And thankfully, I had clothes in the car that I could change into. So, just things like that. Just think of the things that might happen and kind of bring them with you.
Being prepared ahead of time is a smart thing to do when you're working for yourself because it costs you time and money if you don't have the right gear. Mm-hmm. Number 3, portable charger or a power bank. Now, all of us these days have car chargers that we use when we're driving around, so that's good. But what happens when that car charger gets shut in the door and it snaps in half? Now, does that ruin your whole day?
Yeah.
Or do you have a little backup plan?
Yeah, and you might, like me, I constantly forget to plug my phone in the car. One time, me and our daughter were out working, and we were in the middle of a big shop at a store, and my phone died. And so, if I had had a portable charger, I could have just plugged it in and kept going, but I didn't. And so I had to go out to the car and charge my phone for, not long enough to finish the little bit of shopping that we had left and get checked out and stuff. So, you just, again, think of the things that could happen. Bring things with you.
Yes. And number 2, especially for food delivery itself, DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, insulated delivery bags. Mm-hmm. One of the things that people get frustrated with when you're delivering their food to them is getting items that are cold.
Yeah. Or hot. We deliver a lot of sushi.
True. Yeah. So either cold or hot. And you don't want a bad review or losing out on a tip on Uber Eats or something just because your food wasn't a good temperature. And so these things are simple to get and keep in your car and keep clean. So make sure that we get those items done.
Yeah, and we have, in the description below, we have a link to the bags that we use. We have smaller, like fast food size bags. We have a big catering bag. We also have a pizza bag, which holds I think it's 8 pizzas stacked up. So we always keep those with us so that we can make sure that people get, we even use some of them for our grocery delivery too.
Yeah, especially the big red bag that we have.
Yeah.
Those are really nice, and again, we want to keep everything on the up and up as possible, so we can get the most bang for our time, the most money for our time. Okay, number 1, Leah, reliable vehicle maintenance kit.
Yes.
Why would we need a reliable maintenance kit for the old car?
I don't know. We're driving 100 miles every day, so we make a lot. Go a lot of places. We go. One of our main routes goes right by the dump, and so you're going by all the trash that falls out of people's big rigs and things like that. And we've run over screws and nails and all kinds of stuff. We've had to we changed a tire to our spare tire in the Publix parking lot.
Yep.
The other ones, thankfully, we were able to get to the tire place to fix before we had to change them, but that one was pretty severe. So it's something that is going to happen.
Unfortunately, we're working with mechanical things, and mechanical things eventually all fail at one point or another.
We have tools in the back of our car. So most cars these days have underneath the trunk or the way back of the car a lift up thing with storage.
Yeah.
Ours is full of tools. It
Yep.
has, we have our socket wrenches, we have the stuff to change the tire, we have extra pieces, parts for things like our windshield wipers and things like that. So we constantly, have things with us just in case.
One thing you can do to cut down your expenses on car maintenance is to learn how to do basic maintenance. And that's not that difficult. I know the mechanics say, oh, you got to do this and this and this. I'm not talking about changing out an engine. I'm just talking about basic maintenance.
Yeah.
If you can change your own tire, that's not terrible. That's a good thing to be able to do, so you don't have to worry about it. But we also did invest in AAA.
We did, which has been really great because we've had 2 or 3 times now where we've had to be either towed home or towed to the mechanic. And thankfully, those things we didn't have to pay for because we had AAA, and it was only like
it's $100, I think.
$100 for a year.
Yeah, which we got our money out of it.
Totally got our money out of it. The other thing is our Sam's Club membership.
Yep.
Has been a lifesaver too because it was like $25 on sale, I think.
Yep.
And we've used that several times to go and have our tires fixed for no cost. So
yeah,
we've definitely find those things that you can invest in that you'll more than likely get your money out of.
Because the savings on Sam's Club alone, if you go to a tire place and there's a screw in it, in Oregon, you take it to the right guy, they're going to say, oh, we can't fix that. You got to buy a new tire, new tires. You can't buy just 2 new tires. You got to buy 4 new tires. And then it just keeps building on and on and on. And there's a lot of shady practices when it comes to that. Now you actually work for a tire place, gas station a long, long time ago. So they don't need to always be replaced. You can patch them and fix them. And
and we've had like two at least on our car patched a couple times now because of our driving. So
yeah, I'm not saying sidewall, but other stuff. We don't want to talk about all that. But anyway, good investment.
I wasn't talking about.
I know. I just don't want to get too far off of the tire world, But anyway, I think that's what we have for today.
Yeah,
I think so.
Just want to give the newbies out there some clue into stuff that you should have with you.
Yeah.
Because when we started, we didn't know.
Right. Yeah.
We kind of collected along the way, but nobody told us what to bring with us.
Yeah. All right. So that's it for today's video. If you're delivering today, is Saturday. We are going to be delivering today. So maybe we'll see you out and about. Hopefully make a lot of money. Do well. This is a weekend, Memorial Day weekend.
Memorial Day weekend. We should be pretty busy for the next 3 days.
Yeah. So let's all make a bunch of money together. Let's all be safe together. Let's all do an act of kindness for one another as well while we're out and about. And please comment, like, subscribe, do those things to help the old algorithm. And we'll see you soon.
Bye.